Good evening, boys and girls. Time for another exciting adventure with Uncle John and some bedtime stories. In a dark, dark land that had no electricity, 5 people were friends and 5 were enemies. Oddly enough, they were the same people. Jimmy, Johnny, Jacob, Jehoshaphat, and Jemima. They called each other the J Clan. Because it was a dark land with no electricity, they would bump into each other. It was at these moments, when they clanged and banged, that they would get so angry with each other that they would become enemies. But then, after they calmed down and tended to their wounds, it was only then that they realized we're friends, and they would call out in the darkness, "Hey!" And no one would answer. This would be aggravating because they knew there were more than one of them. And then they could feel the person next to them. Sometimes that was gross. Did you hear that helicopter, boys and girls? Then one day, the J Clan had an intruder. Do you know how to handle an intruder, boys and girls? Yes, blunt force trauma. This intruder was a guy named Carlomannen. Carlomannen had a flashlight, so they worshipped him as a god. Then one day, the batteries died. They didn't like Carlomannen anymore, so they killed him using blunt force trauma. Then everybody else in the neighborhood was scared of the J Clan and considered them a legit gang, which was weird because there was no one else around but the 5, known as the J Clan. Now they really felt they had some street cred. And they decided to initiate one another by punching each other in the throat. But since it was so dark and they couldn't see, unfortunately, the throat wasn't always the thing that was hit. Can you imagine what other body parts were hit, boys and girls? 75 years later, one of the J Clan invented electricity. Did you know that was the real person who invented electricity, boys and girls? That's right, Jemima of the J Clan. It's true. The other 4 members were astonished, and they also squinted quite a lot, because after that many years of living in the dark, they were very happy that they could see now. First of all, it meant no more bumping each other. Second of all, it meant they could now see clearly to punch each other in the throat. When they saw the skeleton of the man they used to worship, they were very, very sad. They picked up his old flashlight and they decided to name it Tony. And they took Tony with them everywhere, including when they went to Red Lobster for the all-you-can-eat shrimp buffet. The end. I think that was too short, boys and girls. I think we need another story, don't you? Rebecca, come down from your house. There's a lion in the kitchen, and your dad's got a mouse. Rebecca, don't touch that thing. It's got sharp fangs, and I promise it'll sting. Rebecca, come down from that pole. You don't know where it's been. It might have been stuck in a hole. Rebecca, don't put that in your mouth. The end. I'm glad we had time for 2 stories today, boys and girls. Did you know that mushrooms are a fungus?